पोर्ट ब्लेयर के डॉलीगंज स्थित ICMR में एसोसिएशन ऑफ सर्जन्स ऑफ इंडिया ASI के कौशल बढ़ावा कार्यक्रम का आयोजन किया गया। इस आयोजन का विषय एब्डोमिनल वॉल हर्निया रखा गया। इस एक दिवसीय सर्जिकल ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में प्रशासन की आयुक्त सह सचिव स्वास्थ्य नंदिनी पालीवाल मुख्य अतिथि थीं। समारोह में CSO मेडिकल सर्जन कमांडर संजीव टंडन और ICMR के डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ हेल्थ रिसर्च द्वारा आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम में सर्जन कैप्टन संजय कुमार दत्ता, एसोसिएशन ऑफ सर्जन्स ऑफ इंडिया ASI दिल्ली के अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर P सारंगी, स्वास्थ्य सेवा निदेशक डॉक्टर सुजा एंथोनी और स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्र से जुड़े चिकित्सक और अन्य कर्मी उपस्थित थे। मुख्य अतिथि नंदिनी पालीवाल ने दीप प्रज्वलित कर इस कौशल विकास कार्यक्रम का उद्घाटन किया। अन्य विशिष्ट अतिथियों ने भी दीप जलाए।
अखिल विश्वधनी जनेता विद्याधरी वदन वसजो विधाता दुर्बुद्धि ने दूर करी सद्बुद्धि आपो मां पाहि ओम भगवते भव दुख कापो मां कर्म जन्म कथनी करता विचार आ सृष्टि मां तुझ विना नति कोई मारो कोने कहो कठन योग तनो बलापो मां पाहि ओम भगवते भव दुख कापो।
सर्जरी विभाग के प्रमुख डॉक्टर गजेंद्र राज ने इस कार्यक्रम के बारे में जानकारी दी।
It is my happiest occasion to inform you the surgical workshop hernia, both laparoscopic and open, hand-on training and all the other modern method of managements. I welcome on behalf of the Department of General Surgery and Minimal Access Surgery, ANIMS. I welcome respected Chief Guest Madam Nandini Paliwal, IAS, Commissioner cum Secretary Health, Andaman Nicobar Island, for accepting our invitation and grace this occasion. This is the first time ANIMS, Department of General Surgery, CME on abdominal hernia, surgical procedures, open and laparoscopic. Madam, our RTS, welcome on behalf of the surgery departments of ANIMS.
इसके बाद वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के माध्यम से वक्ता ने अपनी बात रखी।
Great thing that this is show the power of unity, power of togetherness, and if we work together, what can happen? This ASI is good. So thank you so much everyone for this enthusiastic participation, and I wish every success for this program. Another thing I would like to share with you all that from tomorrow at MGM Aurangabad, we are hosting dedicated endoscopy conference for the surgeons by the surgeons. Our president is coming here to grace that occasion. So if you all wish, I can share the live link for that endoscopy program. It will be 2 days workshop program, right from basics of endoscopy to all advanced endoscopy procedures will be demonstrated live. So I will share link with you. If you are interested, you can participate online. So once again, congratulations everyone, and I wish every success for this program. Thank you so much.
ASI दिल्ली के अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर पी सारंगी ने कार्यक्रम में अपने विचार व्यक्त किए।
Delhi State Chapter of Surgery is dedicated for teaching and training to students, trainees and young surgeons. As a part of National Body of Association of Surgeons of India, it is our aim and goal to spread the teaching and training program and exchange our view, as told by Dr. Suryavanshi, each and every corner of our country. As we teach, the same way we learn. So teaching and learning goes side by side. This SEPA course was a unique course which is led by Dr. Tarun nationally, and he has performed, I think, more than 4,000 training of young surgeons. And as a part of that course, Delhi State Chapter extended its activities into the island land, and to exchange our experience and to have on-ground experience of the surgeons who are working in the island. So we had a great experience by exchanging our thoughts. The initiative for this program actually has been taken by the local boy, Dr. Srikanta Das. He is from Neil Island, and he thought that my island people should also be benefited by exchange of training, views and education by the mainland. And with that, our State Chapter Secretary, Dr. Ashish De, both of them took extraordinary effort, and I am grateful to Honorable Chief Secretary of Andaman Nicobar Island and Honorable Dean Pragya Ma'am for allowing us to conduct this course. I think till now the course is going successfully.
सर्जन कमांडर डॉक्टर संजीव टंडन ने संबंधित विषय पर उपस्थिति को संबोधित किया।
So I hope this will continue and greater strength to GB Panth, and let it be of service to the common man and everyone in Port Blair. As regard the CME, I thank ASI to bring the CME to this far-flung island. As you know, training is the bedrock in making a good surgeon. When I was a surgical trainee, I was told, see one, assist one, do one. And it still remains the same. You must see what is being done. You learn from the experts as to how they handle the tissue, how the surgeries are done. And then over a period of time, you will also become as competent as them. So I thank Dr. Suryavanshi and Dr. Niyogi to bring this surgical CME to Port Blair, and I'm sure the students of ANIMS and for that matter faculty of GB Panth would have benefited to a great deal. Kind of a new modern Dashera for us, where it is good versus evil or stoic versus the petty aggressor. So as with all armed forces, this is a commitment from ANC Medical Services that we will hold hand of the civil populace whenever it is required and whenever the time comes. So wishing all the faculty, Dr. Gajendra also, he's taken a bold and a great step in organizing this CME out here with limited resources, and I'm sure this initiative of his will progress in years to come, and Port Blair will become a regular haunt for all CMEs in the future. Thank you for inviting me here.
समारोह की मुख्य अतिथि आयुक्त सह सचिव नंदिनी पालीवाल ने अपने संबोधन में कहा कि इन द्वीपों में सीमित संसाधनों के चलते बेहतर सेवाएं प्रदान की जा रही है। उन्होंने कहा कि अंडमान निकोबार कमान की ओर से हमें सहयोग दिया जा रहा है।
In terms of expertise, I would perhaps be the most incompetent person around to speak on this subject, but I head the department administratively, and this is also incidentally a department which has been handed over to me not too long ago. It's just been about a month or so that I've been heading this department. And in my 20 years of service, almost more than 20 years of service, unfortunately this is the first time I'm heading the health department, despite my wanting to head the health, handle the health department. And that comes from two reasons. First, because I am a woman, I am a mother, not that it doesn't concern the other gender or other people, but perhaps women can totally relate to why health is such a critical thing for all of us. I mean, I don't need to mention about what sort of a health epidemic the current world is going through in terms of both communicable diseases have reduced, but our load of the non-communicables and the lifestyle diseases that have cropped up. So I don't need to belabor the point as to why the August gathering that is sitting here is so important and critical for the well-being and the functioning of the society. So as a common citizen of the country, first and foremost, I'm grateful personally for all the service that you render to the people, and more so to the doctors who serve in the islands. And as I say, I'm not a technical person, but perhaps administrative perspective that I would like to share here is that our islands, we all know where we are located in terms of its accessibility, in terms of its geographical location, and more so and I have done 2 stints in the northeast. I have done Arunachal Pradesh, I have done Mizoram. Just like Andaman, there are also places which are slightly disconnected, so to say, from the main chunk of India. And places like these have its share of challenges. The first challenge that you always find in places like this is almost complete or very negligible presence of the private sector in the health sector. And that comes from different reasons, the economies of scale, profit, all that is there in the background. But at the end of the day, the health services, the critical health services in places like these are dominantly delivered by the public sector, which is largely, of course, the Department of Health in any given UT or a state. So again, for us in the islands, our different islands which are further, Port Blair is still well connected, slightly better. There's a presence of public as well as private doctors in the islands. But if I go to the further islands which are perhaps more inaccessible, the presence of the private sector is absolutely negligible. And herein comes the importance of why conferences like these or discussions like these or collaborations like these become very, very critical. So I am really grateful to the ASI team. Thank you, Dr. Suryavanshi and Dr. Sarangi also for initiating this, ably led by Dr. Raj, our HOD Department of Surgery, ANIMS, for taking this initiative. I was told that this is the first time that this is happening in Port Blair. So my wholehearted congratulations to the ANIMS team as well as the GB Pant team for holding this conference as a good start, as a good initiative. The second reason I think administratively that I can think of is that because of the fact that we are inaccessible and our access to the mainland is slightly restricted as compared to the hospitals and the health sector that is available in the mainland, our exposure levels, and pardon my saying so, but I think it's very commonsensical conclusion to draw that if we are situated in a place like this, the level of exposure of our medical team needs perhaps more frequent interactions, more frequent collaborations, because we are short-staffed in terms of competence for obvious reasons. Not many people want to come and serve in the islands. Our infrastructure, if you compare it vis-a-vis the mainland, is absolutely not, there's a large gap between the kind of infrastructure that you see in the mainland and what we have currently available with us. But of course, we are making giant strides in the past 1.5 years that I've been here in the islands. There's a remarkable sea change for better, both in terms of competence of the doctors, and the infrastructure upgrade that the health sector in our island needs. So again, just want to thank the ASI team, and perhaps I would also like to add a request from the UT administration that mainland cities like say Delhi, Chennai, Bombay and the other Group B towns, they may perhaps not need a collaboration like this as much as we do here in Port Blair. So I'm really glad that this beginning has been made, and I'm sure and confident that it has been an immensely productive day for all of you. And the fact that you have another few hours more to go, I'm sure the august doctors sitting here will greatly benefit from this conference, and of course in turn that benefit will be passed on in terms of service to the people of the islands. Once again, my congratulations to the entire team who has put this together as a first initiative, and again on behalf of the Chief Secretary UT Administration and on behalf of the UT Administration, I would like to thank the ASI team and the ASI leadership for collaborating with us, and I would also like to thank the command for, again, we are in a symbiotic relationship with them. They help us, we help them. So I hope that collaborations like these and exercises and conferences like these will continue, so that the medical and the health services in our little, geographically inaccessible islands continue to progress, and we are able to deliver better services to the people of the island. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity to interact with you. Great. Thank you.
सर्जन कैप्टन डॉक्टर संजय कुमार दत्ता ने भी अपने विचार व्यक्त किए.
Extended his gratitude to the administration and to the GB Pant Hospital already. I would just like to specify a little more, since I am commanding the hospital, which is a 107-bedded hospital located on the other hilltop, the adjacent hilltop, and I'd request anyone to come over anytime to just visit us for a cup of tea. We are grateful to the entire team of GB Pant Hospital, and if I could go into specifications, if you don't mind, because each department has been forthcoming right from the time it's just a phone call away, or just maybe not even a phone call, WhatsApp message away, and it's always a yes. So on behalf of Team Dhanvantri, I thank each one of you from the bottom of my heart. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Pragya Sharma ma'am, to Dr. Suja Antony ma'am, and to Dr. Avijit Rai, who've been forthcoming right from the beginning. Specifically to the Department of Surgery, Dr. Gajendra Raj, and of course Dr. Bharat. Whenever my surgical specialist is here, whenever we are in any corner, as I said, they're just a phone call away. And certainly, last but not least, Dr. Saji Varghese. I mean, I can quote examples, and I can quote one example specifically, if you don't mind. about an 8-year-old girl who had come here, who something heavy fell onto her abdomen. She came with duodenal injury and a pancreatic injury, and sir gave everything to it and she walked back home. So on behalf of Team Dhanvantri, once again, I thank you all for all the support you have extended, and I assure from our side and from sir's side that we will be forthcoming, we will reciprocate it in a double the manner. That apart, I would thank the organizers of the skill enhancement program of the ASI to have invited me and my surgical specialist over this afternoon, and we wish all the very best for this program. Thank you so much.
स्वास्थ्य सेवा निदेशक डॉक्टर सुजा एंथोनी ने द्वीप समूह में प्रदान की जा रही स्वास्थ्य सुविधाओं के बारे में अपनी बात रखी। इस कार्यक्रम के ऑर्गेनाइजर डॉक्टर एस.के. दास ने धन्यवाद ज्ञापन प्रस्तुत किया।
Core hard worker, I cannot forget, Dr. Ashish Dev has been, he is my colleague. We operate and work in the same hospital. Every time, every other day, we used to discuss how the things are going on. The things are going on fine. Let us go ahead and make the program successful. So that is how we are in a position to conduct this. And this was done in something like 1.5 months. So we had short time, but we wanted the things, this dream reality surreal program to be a real one. We made it real. I convey my thanks to Tandon sir. We have heard him now delivering lectures here, addressing the people. And he was so kind that not only he made himself available to this program, he asked all the naval fraternity, please come and make it a program of specific kind so that for the future program can be done. She was kind enough. Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Sanjay Datta sir, yes, definitely in every moment has said, you okay, come ahead and we will do the program. My gratitude and thanks from bottom of my heart to the medical superintendent, Dr. N.K. Saha sir. I think he is not available here today. DMS Arpita ma'am, I have met personally with them also before this in the last month, and we talked about the logistics of this. And Dr. Pragya Sharma ma'am, she has helped us every moment that for the logistics where the auditorium there was some leakage on the GB Pant auditorium. She somehow get okay. Let us get this auditorium by some. Everyone has helped to make this program a real one. So thank you so much, Dr. Pragya ma'am. She is not physically present because she had a meeting there in Delhi. She had to fly back to Delhi yesterday. I am thankful to Dr. Abhijit Roy. I think one of my very helping hand, because he had been my school senior from Thuldari Navodaya Vidyalaya. So anytime I can, with charm, personal charm also, and as my senior also ask them, Dada, what to do? So he will help us. And even for the helicopter facilities from Rangat, from Neil and Havelock, anytime I just hold up and we need the helicopter, it's actually serious. So he will help us in any matter whenever we need it.